Hello, here is a video on how to do the latest team's assignment, all right? This paper is called Proofs as Games, all right? So we're gonna have it says here are two postulates you may use to prove the following theorems. Remember, postulates are things that you assume are true. Theorems are things that you prove are true based on the assumptions that you make. So the first postulate is that you may add 2 to the number you are on. So whatever number we start at or that we're currently at, we can add 2 to that number. And the second postulate is if the number you are on is divisible by 3, you may divide by 3. Okay, got it. So it wants us to prove theorem 1, which is you can start at 15 and get to 9. So whenever we make a proof, you start with a 2-column chart with conclusions on the left and justifications on the right. And we're starting with 15. That's given to us. We're starting at 15, and we're hoping to get to 9. Okay. Well, 15 is divisible by 3. So by postulate 2, we can divide by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Okay? Now postulate 1 allows us to add 2 to the number we're on. 5 plus 2 is 7. And if we add 2 one more time, we can get to 9. And there you have it. We have proven the theorem. We started at 15 and we got to 9. Very good. I'm going to do this next one right about here, okay? So here it says it wants us to start at 15 and get to 3, okay? And it has a little hint there. Do this in 2 steps by using theorem 1 as a justification. So remember, we usually start with the given with proofs. We're going to start at 15. So postulate 2 says we can divide by 3. So if we, we're doing this in 2 steps using theorem 1 as a justification. So theorem 1 allows us, we know that we can get from 15 to 9, right? That's what this said. You can start at 15 and get to 9. So we can go straight to 9 using theorem 1. Now 9 is divisible by 3. So let's use postulate 2 to get to 3. And there you have it, 2 steps. We've done it. All right. This brings us to our third theorem. It says you can start at 15 and get to 1. It says also do this in 2 steps. Okay, I think I see the way to do this in 2 steps. So we'll start at 15. That's given to us again. Now, theorem 2, in theorem 2, we proved that we can get from 15 to 3. Okay. Now we're going to get to 1. Well, 3 is divisible by 3. So by, what is that, postulate 2, I think? Yes, postulate 2. Divide by 3, and there you have it. We're at 1. Boom. All right, theorem 4. It says you can start at 12 and get to 6. Now, none of these theorems had us starting at 12. And so we can't use any of the previous theorems. We have to just go off the first 2 postulates again for this one. So, okay, so let's start at 12. 12 is divisible by 3. So let's go to 4 by postulate 2. And then postulate 1 will take us right to 6. Add 2 by postulate 1. Okay. Theorem 5 says you can start at 12 and get to 2. Well, okay, so 12 is given. In the last theorem, we proved we can go to 6. So we'll use theorem 4 to get to 6. And 6 is divisible by 3. So let's use postulate 2 to get to 2, and then we're done. Can you get from 15 to 2? The answer is no. You can't get from 15 to 2 because we've shown that you can get to 1, and when you try to divide by 3, I guess let's think of it this way. To get to 2, you'd have to take 6 divided by 3, right? And we can't get to 6 because we'd have to somehow get to 18 to get to 6. And can't get to 18 because we can only add 2. So it's simply not possible. I mean, when you, I guess think of it this way. We're only going to be able to get to odd numbers, really, because any odd number plus 2 is another odd number. And when you take, I mean, dividing out 3s will not get you to an even number either. So I guess really the reason is because 2 is even. We're not ever going to be able to get to any even numbers if we start on 15. Notice that if we start on an even, we have to stay even the whole time. And if we start odd, we're going to have to stay odd, because when you add 2, it doesn't change whether it's even or odd. It's simply not possible. Now on the back, you're supposed to come up with your own 2 postulates, similar to these 2 here, but you make your own up. And then from your postulates, you're going to make 2 theorems. I'm not going to go over how to do that because that's kind of just something you have to do on your own. But be sure to provide proofs and turn it in when you're all done. Thanks for watching the vid. Hopefully you have a fantastic day.